Let's go. I stole their goose. Maybe not the best thing. I don't know. I just don't want them to have all that. Like, look at how much life they can gain. Yeah. Yeah. I assumed that was coming. Alright. And they got at least one more. So they can put themselves back to 16 life. I was a fool to think that I almost had it. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we're going to be diving into a Grixis sacrifice deck. That's right, Grixis is coming back onto the sacrifice board. It's not just Jund and Rakdos anymore. Now, I will say this, it's a little cheap calling it Grixis. It's more so Rakdos Splash Blue, because we are only playing a Thassa Deep Dwelling, and we're actually only playing it as a 2-off. But man, I will say this card makes this deck a lot more fun to play, because we get to use this old combo once more, because all the aggro decks we all know that are running around. Love Struck Beast, Bone Crushers, all that kind of stuff. This combo is so good once again. Now, for the newer players that don't know what I'm talking about, essentially you can use Claim the Firstborn, steal something of your opponents, you know, with 3 CMC or less, so Love Struck, Bone Crusher, that kind of stuff, like I had mentioned. Even a Kroxa, right? And then with Thassa, you bounce that creature. Now, the nice thing about Thassa is she reads. At the beginning of your end step, exile to one other target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. That last little section is where Wizards kind of messed up. Or, you know, maybe they did exactly what they wanted to with this card. Because returning it to the battlefield under your control means that, well, the effect of Claim the Firstborn, where it loses you gaining control, right, after the end of the turn, no longer happens. You just get to keep the creature. So it's essentially a very cheap, very efficient way of stealing your opponent's stuff, using it against them, and then keeping it instead of having to sacrifice it. Now, in case you don't have Thassa, we do have the 4 copies of Village Rites, and of course this will couple along with our Kroxas and Mire Tritons and Wostriders, right? All this kind of stuff, because again, we're a sacrifice deck. So drawing cards for 1 mana instant speed, yeah, it's a great way to keep our stuff from getting exiled. Speaking of exile, we do have 2 copies of Erebos' Intervention, another card that I've really taken a liking to here recently. Not only is it good against aggro, because it allows you to take out a creature while gaining life, which is really good. It's also really good against rogues, because you can exile up to twice X cards. So you wait for that little moment when they don't have counter magic available, and then you can exile your own graveyard, you can exile their graveyard. It really depends on the situation of the game. We all know that, of course. Kroxa, really good, 6/6 for 2 mana, you know, 4 mana escape it. We've seen this song and dance before. It is a beauty. Of course, this deck adds something a little bit different to it. It adds in Kazul's Fury, something I haven't really seen in Rakdos decks too much, but it makes complete sense, so I don't see why not, right? Able to fling that Kroxa before it even gets sacrificed, so for 5 mana, you could potentially end up dealing 9 damage to your opponent just for the free ski, which, you know, just nothing to sneeze at for sure. It's a great way to finish out a game. 4 copies of Bone Crusher helps you to rattle them off to the face or just take out your opponent's creatures. And of course, you have a 4/3 on the back end. Wostriders are what Wostriders are. It allows you to still sacrifice your opponent's creatures off the claim if you don't have a Thassa or a Village Rites, which is nice. And we have 4 copies of the Akroan, so it's not just baby creatures we can take the big ones too. I'm looking at you, Edward Gargaroth and Vorin Klex. Anyways, sorry, I had to resituate myself. We all know what that's like. And then finally, 3 copies of Immerstrum Predator, 4 mana, 3/3 flying. Whenever it becomes tapped, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard, yours or the opponent. So again, really good against rogues, be it offense or defense, and other graveyard decks. Anyways, put a +1/+1 counter on Immerstrum Predator, and this is every time it becomes tapped, okay? Then we can sacrifice another creature, so not Immerstrum Predator, sacrifice another one. And Immerstrum Predator gains indestructible until end of turn, and we tap it. And then, of course, once we tap it, we get to exile a card and put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's a really good card that feeds into itself, which makes sense because it's a dragon. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it can feed itself. In the very least, it can feed itself. Anyways, this was a very fun deck to play today. I will say we had a stutter, apparently. I had a stuttering problem today. You know, we had an incredible match against an incredible foe, And I'm excited for y'all to see the match. So without further ado, I'll shut the heck up about this Grixis control. Also, we need to move Thacid back over so people don't get the wrong impression. I didn't find some way to make her cheaper. I've just found I like introducing my videos nowadays with, you know, the main card. Anyways, thanks again everybody for watching. If you've enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, subscribe for more, and hit that bell icon so you can get all the latest and greatest from yours truly. Anyways, without further ado, we're going to dive into our matches. Cottony, or you know, kind of like botany and then K, cottony. I think that's right. Yeah, I'll keep it. I don't love it, but you know, we do have some interactions. It's not like this is wow. Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, it's not like this is a dead hand. We do have the Bone Crusher and Mire Triton, which, you know, all four we can fire off. I'm not saying all four Mire Tritons, obviously. The Bone Crusher and the 3 Mire Tritons. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and grab our black mana here. We're probably going to drop the River Glide as a Lava Glide. I know, a little confusing, huh? I think I do want to actually get a creature onto the board. Sorry, by the way, if y'all could hear my phone. I know I just felt it vibrate. Generally, I try to keep it, nowadays at least, semi away from me during recording. Whoops. Hey, we drew another land. I will take that all day. Well, first things first, let's try and get in with some attack. Yeah, it worked. My plan has succeeded. Let's drop another Mire Triton. I like having things on the board. Not that I don't enjoy a good Grixis. I think it's fun, but it can always come later. Same thing with Bone Crusher. Not that I don't enjoy sending 2 damage directly to the opponent's face, but if I can get a Mire Triton down, that can send 2 damage this turn and send 2 damage next turn, and, you know, apply more pressure, I'm all for it. Of course, argument could be made that we play Bone Crusher Giant there, and then on the next turn we play the 3 mana version of it. That way it's the immediate 2 damage gain, but it's okay. The opponent just used 4 mana. Nice. They just named Squid. I don't know if y'all saw that. Alright, so again, ye old Mire Triton. Get a Woe Strider. I do have a Croak, so I can make him discard. Or I can keep mana up for the Bone Crusher. I like the idea of hitting the Croak, so that way next turn we can actually escape it, if that's what we want to do. We made them get rid of an Elder Gargaroth as well, and they were like, they were on the cusp of having that, right? 1, 2, no, they had that. They had it. Alright, Vivian, gonna create these tokens. Not super enjoyable. We can get Grixis back if that's what we choose to do. I could use Bone Crusher to take out that thing. Let's see. -X, -X. So this would need to be 3. Ah, we're 1 mana short of being able to use Bone Crusher plus Erebos plus Mire Triton to just take out Vivian. Alright, well, if I bring you back, that's pretty much it. I can deal 2 with this and get down Bone Crusher, which definitely feels like a plus. We're going to swing at the Vivian. They're going to block, but this will keep their creature count low. And keep our graveyard count high. Anyways, we get down Bone Crusher. Next turn, we again still have access to the Grixis and Woe Strider. Might be a good decision to get them out sooner rather than later so the opponent can't exile our graveyard or whatever, but this is fun. Good old Elder G-Roth coming on down. You can only get rid of a 4/4. Alright, well, I think it's time for us to Grixis. Grixis can block that Elder Gargaroth, so... Oh, wow. Those first 5 cards were 5 that were actually completely acceptable. A little surprising, but I'll take it. Alright, so discard. Good old Goose. Goose. Huh? Can't swing in with Bone Crusher, but that's alright. Their Vivian is going to continuously get bigger, which I don't enjoy. I'm not gonna lie. I hate Planeswalkers sticking around for more than, yeah, that sucks. I wonder what they choose here. They choose even. They most certainly choose even. Yeah. Oh, well, ball's in your court now. Do you exile your own token, or do you exile your Art of Gargaroth and the Bone Crusher? Exile your own token. Nice. Solid. Solid. Alright, so they draw a card here. We allow that through. I mean, we're still at 20 life, so it's not a big deal. Also, Erebos is getting to the point where it can actually take out the Elder Gargaroth. I suppose Erebos plus Bone Crusher, we might could get through that thing. Maybe that's what I should have done last turn instead of trying to play my Kroxa down, but it's all... Excuse me. It's alright. Again, most of the time I try and catch those with my push to mute, but let's go for a Fable. And if I swing it with Bone Crusher, they 1000% just use this to take out that. But I can use you, -3, and then do that, take out that. I really don't want to have to force that, so maybe I go ahead and use the Fabled here. Alright, so this to take out that. But then they just block with Goose, don't they? Fuck, I don't know. I don't know anymore, ladies and gents. I do not know. Alright, well, if you're gonna block with Goose, block with Goose. If you want to block with Gargaroth, block with Gargaroth. It's your funeral. Or, well, his funeral. Bam! Right in the kisser. Alright. We're not in a horrible position. Could be in a better one, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I feel like in Magic, we're all beggars. We're all beggars until we're winning, and then, well, you've won, so. Cultivate. Opponent's gaining that mana. Hate to see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what they need for an ultimatum. Well, that's not good. This is not good. Alright, Wostrider. Oh, Wostrider. Let's go ahead and scry. Knowledge is power in Magic. Claim the firstborn. It's not horrific. If we can get a Thassa down on the next turn, we draw into that. We can steal their little beast thing. I like the idea of it in the very least. Alright, so if we have Bone Crusher, we only have 3 mana left over after that. So I could have Bone Crusher and Wostrider. Or I hit the ye olden Kroxa. Kroxa doesn't leave room for us to do anything else. Of course, if they have Ultimatum. Of course, they have Ultimatum. They're not discarding Ultimatum. So am I getting you down or am I getting 2 down? You or 2? Well, I definitely want to do the Thassa play next turn. So let's go ahead and do Bone Crusher. Because we can't stop them from having Ultimatum. So let's build up as big of a board as possible. Be as mana efficient as possible. And, you know, next turn we'll try and let Thassa do her thing. Thassa do her thing. They just looked at both my creatures. Makes me think they have an extinction event. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Yeah, and they'd still be able to create a beast as well, even if they have an extinction event. Oh, no extinction event. Unless they tap the Goose for it. I'm a little confused. Alrighty, another Wolf Willow. So they don't have the ultimatum, which is, well, fantastic news for us. Just fan-diddly-tastic. My turn. Honestly, I just want to take out the Vivian, you know? I was like, where do I send these three? Where, oh where? Just right at the Vivian. Just send them at the Vivian. I'm surprised they didn't actually block this guy, given, like, we have the very obvious thing. But I guess that's because, you know, we just exile it and it's gone. Still managed to get rid of all their creatures, though. They only got a goose left. Did a little bit of damage to Vivian. A little bit. Maybe I should have taken Goose, as it's a card that remains, right? Maybe I should have taken Goose. It's okay. This song's not bad, but I would prefer to go to a different one. Alright. Sorry, I just have something finicky about, you know, exile and creature cards. I don't know. Anyways, Grixis, enter the battlefield. For the second time. I got rid of a land. I mean, I guess we just re-Mire Triton, right? We don't want to re-Grixis. We're gonna mill ourselves. Alrighty. Opponent also has a whole lot of food, which is super annoying if we want to like actually win. You know, I'm genuinely surprised they haven't entered ultimatum yet. Yep. This fucking Vivian. Oh my god. Alright. What do we do here? Woe Rider's not gonna be enough. They got 2 3/3s. Yeah. I'm not worried about the life we lose here. We got plenty. Maybe they don't have an ultimatum in the deck. Or maybe they just don't have 4 copies, you know? Maybe they're just not balling out of control with ultimatum. Kazul's Fury. Interesting. Alright. Let's get a Woe Strider down. We do have the Fury, so theoretically we can get Predator big enough. We can just Fury that thingamabob right to the opponent's face. Right in the kisser. So I gotta swing here. They're gonna block with the reach creature. I sacrifice my goat. Predator gets bigger, and we're good to go. Oh yeah, we also get to exile something from their graveyard. Haha. I don't know. Did you the Gargaroth? Oh yeah, we don't even have to sacrifice the goat because you do it when you tap. Alright, next. Let this ring through. And why are you saying? Oh, because the land. I got you, Gazools. So if I re-enter you, you come back smaller, but I get extra goats. Is that worth it? Sure. I like goats. These look kind of cool. Is it worth it in a grand scheme of things? Oh, hell, I don't know. But, you know, I like my goats, so sure. Yeah, it's worth it. It's as worth it as you make it. Now we have to remember we can also use Thassa here to tap our opponent's creatures. Tap them sideways. So if they don't make a reach creature here and they're like, oh, I'll just use my goose. You're really kind of annoying, aren't you? What do you think they go for? Odd or even here? I think they go even. But I think if I sacrifice this thing now, then they go the other way. You know what I mean? Fine. Take my predator, you fiend. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised or anything. Alright, Vivian, come on. Oh, this is a joke. How many of those have they played? Come on. Come on. Alright, whatever. I'm running out of graveyard. It's just, I have 21 cards in my exile. Oh boy. It's alright. He's alright. I didn't attack with this Woe Strider so that way we can continuously bounce it and I don't have to worry about losing the counter. So I have a big Woe Strider and I have a little one. One I can bounce and I guess one slightly bigger. Alright. Probably should have been scrying this whole time. A Grixis. Grixis is pretty good. I'll take a Grixis. Yeah, sure. Sure. Is this the ultimatum? I'm just a little confused. Generally, they have a lot of like lined up, take this, and then haha kind of stuff. If you got nothing, you got nothing. I'm very, very tempted to fling this Grixis at their face. 2, 3. Should not have gone in full control. So, if I do, I can't tap a creature. If I don't, I can tap. We can deal 8 for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't think I Fury. I do not think that I use the Fury. Oh, we gotta exit full control now. Sorry. That actually just happened. Let's go. Let us go forth, my friends. They got a little impatient. They just swung all out. I'm missing something here. I have to... No, they just got impatient. They just swung all out. All right. I mean, they do have 6 food, so that's, what, 18 life? Plenty of life. Plenty of life. I mean, I think we just take the goose with the Acro, and... We don't have enough cards in our graveyard, so we got to start filling that up somehow, you know what I mean? I can tap one of these guys, and then swing in with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if we can get this to go off first. Alright. It lands! Give me that goose. Give me that goose, eh? That's fine. Create all the food you want. That does tell me, though, that I don't think they have anything. So, you tap. Tap, 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 tap. This will put them down to 7 life, which means Grixis plus Fury plus swing all in should be lethal. You know? Let's go. I stole their goose. Maybe not the best thing. I don't know. I just don't want them to have all that. Like, look at how much life they can gain. Yeah. I assumed that was coming. Alright. And they got at least one more. So they can put themselves back to 16 life. I was a fool to think that I almost had it. They can't have ultimate. This can't be a Sultai ultimatum deck. This has to be Sultai food. Like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. I just don't believe it. So, binding. Huh. Yeah? Binding. What are they destroying? Destroying. This? Well, I already have control of their goose, so the only thing that really does is keep these creatures from having to die. So I'm alright with that. They don't actually take out anything of value of mine. Just take out something that was going to get taken out anyways. Man, they must be really, really on the back ropes here. Alright, tell you what, I'm going to sacrifice one of these goats. I'm not going to sacrifice the goose. I don't know at what point we'll use that, but whatever. Land, no thank you. No thank you, kind sir. I'm actually going to sacrifice another goat because I'm so upset with that land. Again, I got to stop looking that way when I'm trying to talk to you guys and girls. Another land? No. How about no? Alright, my turn. The fuck is this game? What in the heck is this? Sure. Sure. It's Tap City. Everything's getting tapped. You got a creature, I'm gonna tap it. That sounds a little wrong, but you know what? It's working so well. Alright, so they can gain another 6 life here, which sure, do it, whatever. Take them back to 14. Do I want to start creating more food? I mean, it gives me tons of life. No. I want the goats, that we have the sacrifice and I can keep scrying, because obviously the game is just ready to give me lands for some reason right now. So if that's going to be the motion of the ocean, then I want to be able to stop it. You know what I mean? Not the ocean, just the motion. You can't stop the ocean, but you can stop the motion. You just get away from the ocean. Alright, enough of that stuff, because I'm starting to get confused in my own words. And again, man, I keep looking to the left to talk to y'all. Anyways, Woe Strider. I do like this constant scry ability. Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher is interesting, because we can go 2 to the face, puts them down to 9. No, they still have so much food. Whatever, I'm gonna keep it because it's playable. I'm gonna keep it because it's playable, and that's my final verdict on that. Now, how many of these guys can we tap with Thasset and still have Bone Crusher mana? One. I don't really love that. If I tap 2, swing in, deal 8. No, but 5 mana is perfect for just finishing. So, tell you what, let's swing. Swing low, sweet chariot. Also, they can always sacrifice those food at instant speed, so we can't really use Fury until they have no mana and the food are gone. Okay? So, Bone Crusher. They're down to 4. They are down to 4. Let's drop the Bone Crusher. They want me to Fury. I can feel it in my bones. They want me to Fury. Why? Why? Oh, because sacrifice, add 1 mana. Right, that's why you keep proccing. I was wondering. Well, I haven't really been taking that 1 mana into consideration when taking my turns. I'm not gonna lie, Goose. I forgot all about your other ability. I was like, yeah, whatever. Just create food. Shut up. You can tell it's early in the morning whenever I wake up to do these. Is this still the first game? Hold up. What's going on here? We've been playing for a minute. We have been playing for a solid minute here. Actually, 25 almost. That's fine. This is actually, like, if I could wake up and play 1 game of Magic and it was this, not necessarily this, but, you know, like, this kind, I would be like, heck yeah, man. It's not the big... Oh, chill out there, Chance. It's not the biggest hitting... They're going to name Beast here. But Erebos' Intervention, not the biggest hitting card, but it'll allow us to get rid of one of these beasts, and that's... You know, that's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. Ooh. They're getting a little spicy. Getting a little bit spicy. Get him, Wostrider. Mess him up. So we can use you at instant speed, yeah? I can exile or bring back a Wostrider. But if I wait, I can do a Croxa. Or hell, wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This does cause us to get rid of one Wostrider, but we already have one on the board anyway, so whatever. I'll take a Croxa. Croxa puts us dangerously close to being able to use this Fury. See what I mean? Look, they're at 5 life. We got this. We still got this. Do I exile the Wostrider? It's extra damage, and if they manage to get rid of the Croxa, it could be lethal. I gotta say no. I don't think so. If I get rid of my own lethal potential, it would be fitting. It would be fitting. So they name odd here, or even. They name even. Name odd. They name even. They gotta name even. Come on, it's a Croxa. So then, how do you deal with the Wostrider then? Oh yes, victory! And it only took us 27 minutes. So do I recommend Grixis? Yes. That was fun.